Hello and welcome back on lesson 49 with verbs often confused. Let's have a look at the first ones. So here I have accept and accept. So we have accept with an A and accept with an E. Affect and effect. A lot, A space lot versus a lot with A together. Illusion and illusion. A while and a while separately. Bad versus badly. Borrow versus lend. Breathe versus breath. Butt naked versus buck naked. Cachet versus cash. Compliment versus compliment. Comprise versus compose. Desert versus dessert. Done versus did. Illicit versus illicit. What is licit, elicit, and illicit? So illicit means something that you can do, you're allowed to do, you are within the laws of the country, you are within the laws of a particular religion or a society, so you're following something good. And illicit would be something that you are doing wrongly towards that law. If it's wrong in a religion, if it's wrong in the law of the country, if it's wrong in the society, whatever is wrong there, it would become illicit. Okay, so it really depends on the culture, on a religion, on the country, because sometimes depending what is licit in one country, in another could be licit. So it really depends. You can't really judge people nor backgrounds. Okay. Had bought and had boughten. Hone and home. Imitated and intimated or intimated. It's versus its with the apostrophe. I could have versus I could have. I should have versus I should have. I would have versus I would have. Lead, led. Lose, loose. Past, past. So past with a ed and past with a t. Proceed and proceed. Principal versus principal with the E, and the other one is Paul, P-A-L, and the other one is P-L-E. Seen and saw. Sell and sail. Site like website or a construction site versus site, as in something you see. It spells differently and it pronounces, I would say the same. Sight and sight. So the G is actually very mute. Okay, so sight and sight. There's a slight difference there. But when you're speaking so fastly, you don't really recognize the difference. It really depends on the context. Spitting image versus spirit and image. Than versus then. So than with an A and then with an E. Ooh, this is interesting. There versus they are. Okay, there. So there with a T-H-E-I-R versus there with a T-H-E-R-E versus they are, which is there. The T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E. two versus two versus two. So you have the first two, T-O, versus two, T-double-O, versus two, T-W-O. Your versus you are, your. So you have your, Y-O-U-R versus your, as in you are, Y-O-U with the apostrophe R-E. Who versus whom. So both of them is for people, but whom is the object. Okay, not difficult, but confusing. So the words that you don't know, please search for them and put the translation next to it. And as an example, as an exercise, we're going to create a phrase for each of them. I know it seems long, but how else are you going to learn? You know, you have to create, put it in a correct preposition, put it in a correct phrase, and read it out as well so you can practice. Next lesson, lesson 50, we're going to have a look at emphases and cleft sentences. What is that? We're going to have a look. See you soon. Bye bye.